It's so rude and gross and weird, and you're a freak and don't do it. I hate you.
I'm Glennis LaRoe, comedian, perfect woman, and certified sad girl. I'm on a mission to meet and interview sad girls like me and destigmatize mental illness, all in the hopes of feeling a little bit better by any means necessary. We're all going through it. Let's go through it together. And remember, it's okay to be sad, girl. Hello and welcome back to Sad Girl Survival Guide, the show that explores rock bottoms, breakdowns, and breakthroughs one sad girl at a time. And yes, it's just me again. I'm going to be musing, reflecting on the week, the news, whatever. So let's get into it. First of all, can we have a little commotion for the cat eye? Okay, normally I would not draw attention to it, but I don't think you fully comprehend just how many screenshots I have in my phone just from makeup tutorials being like, okay, next time you do it, try and do it like this. This is a hack. They're showing us the way to a perfect cat eye. She's so beautiful. That's my entire screenshot album. And to this day, as a woman in her early to mid 30s, I've struggled. Okay? And I saw this one girl do a hack where she did like dot, 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 and then joined them and filled it in. And I tried it and it worked. I think I finally have landed on my preferred cat eye method. This is momentous for any woman. Just off screen here, I have my bed, and my bed is unmade. It's unkempt right now. I'm changing sheets because changing sheets is a fresh start. It's a new beginning. There's nothing better than being showered and getting into a freshly made bed. But there's discourse that you're supposed to be changing your sheets once a week. I'm sorry. Do I have 60 hours in a day? Like, what do you mean every week? That's simply not possible. But what I will say is when I do it, when I change those sheets, ooh, baby, I don't know. I just don't want to go to the laundromat that often. I sometimes drop off my laundry for wash and fold. It is a financially irresponsible thing that I do, but I don't have laundry in my apartment or in my building because of New York things. And if I'm really strapped, I'll just do it, drop it off. Don't always do it. And there's a surcharge for the duvet cover. It was $10 extra. Now it's $12 to wash a duvet cover. I'm like, why? It's just a big sheet. You don't have to do anything different. And then I was like, well, is there a surcharge for the fitted sheet? She was like, no. The fitted sheet is the one causing the problem in the dryer because everything gets caught up in the elastic corners. Be so for real. $12 for a duvet cover? This is why I load up IKEA bags and bring them home and do laundry anytime I visit my parents. Some things you just don't grow out of. So I was changing my sheets and my boyfriend was here and I was like, help me. And we removed the pillowcases. He's like, oh, it's so weird. Your pillows aren't orange. So gross. So gross. Why? Yeah. All the discourse has been about men having a bed frame, men having a headboard, men having sheets. I'd like to add to the discourse the stained pillow crime, the atrocity that is the stained pillow of the male bed setup. Just disgusting. How long have you had this pillow? Did you dumpster dive this pillow? Did you drop mac and cheese on it 5 years ago? Like, why is it that color? Like, I could even understand if you were like fake tanning and then your bed, had like an orange stain because you were fake tanning, and then you sleep and the residue. No, it's not even that. It's just straight up bacteria. Please, I'm begging. Pillows are like $30. When they stop being white, throw it out. Treat yourself. Get rid of it, Let's move on. Let's live a little. Treat yourself to a little update, It's disgusting. And then we're all wondering, why do we have acne? Because your pillow is disgusting. Your pillow is truly rancid. I want you all to do an exercise today. Go home, check your pillow. If it's not white, it's not right. Just remember that. You can use that. If it's not white, it's not right. And speaking of if it's not white, it's not right, how about Taylor Swift's new jewelry collection? Am I white? Sorry. I'm on the side of the internet that, isn't all too pleased with Miss Swift and her new album. And you know what? I'm kind of the mind that if Black people are telling you you're being racist, you sit your white billionaire poet down and you listen. But instead, she's being kind of defensive. Kind of saying, well, if you just don't get my music, that's why you don't like it. No, love. We get it. We hear it. You have a problem with your man's dating track record. It's a little iffy. And so she released that jewelry with the lightning bolts that look like the SS Gestapo logo. And look, do I think Taylor Swift is like at home being like, how can I sneakily embed Nazi imagery into my merch? No. Do I think there is a whole corporation behind her who maybe didn't say, yeah, maybe it's similar, but whatever. And therein lies the dog whistle. Because when you're willing to gloss over the SS necklace and you're willing to gloss over the lyrics where you say, I'm not a savage, I'm not a bad bitch, which are direct references to Megan Thee Stallion, who Travis Kelce asked out, and Megan said, no. It begs the question, what's all this then? She released 28 variants of the album. I feel like the album's only been out for like a week. What do you mean 28 variants? There's something about that is so crazy. I think an album at most needs 2 versions. 2. At most. It's like the original one and then the one with bonus tracks or like acoustic breakdowns. Like 28 variants feels like a cash grab, honey. The other day I saw a thing that was like, Taylor Swift's going to be on Good Morning America and she has an exclusive announcement. I'm like, it's 100% that she's dropping another thing for her fans to buy. It's 100% something that she wants her fans to buy so that she continues to stay on your mind, I mean, good grief. If I was good grief. I feel like an old man whenever I use that, but I've said it once. If I was a billionaire, you would never see me again. I'm falling off the face of the earth. I'm cashing out. I'm saying I'm good. I never have to work again. And imagine putting out such a mediocre album and then being like, All I can hope is that the trials and tribulations of being a public figure, enduring criticism, potentially even an ego death, that might actually inspire good art and that like the next album will be better. I think she is, in her own words, dickmatized, and that she almost feels like she's untouchable, and therein lies the 28 variants of the album, the Gestapo necklace, the being really good friends with like Blake Lively and Brittany Mahomes. Like, Brittany Mahomes is MAGA, and Brittany Mahomes also silenced victims accusing her brother-in-law of SA. And that to me is not exactly a girl's girl, you know? That's not a girl's girl. Like, it's just really hard for me to believe that Taylor doesn't know somewhat what she's doing. And at minimum, she's aware, and that's not stopping her. And we should maybe question that. One thing that I'm absolutely hating right now is seeing videos with a Sora watermark. I don't know if you guys have seen this. If a video has a Sora watermark, it means that it is AI. Sora is an AI video TikTok. So it's basically just a feed of AI videos. Everything on there is fake. Do not share those videos. Don't share them with me. Don't share them on your feed. Don't repost them. It is AI slop to the nth degree. And what's really scary is I'm seeing people share these videos as if it's real. And they look real. They look real. It's freaky. So I'm telling you, if you see a Sora watermark, just make note. Oh, that's AI. And then maybe watch the video to look for the signs, because there are still telltale signs. It's getting better, but just please approach this with some media savvy and like tell your parents, tell your grandparents who are still on Facebook for some reason. My 95-year-old grandmother is on Facebook, and Sora is going to be riddled with deep fakes and rage bait, and she doesn't know that it's not real. It's that good. She can barely see. So like the glitchiness or like the weird hands or the mouth ticks or whatever cuts in the video, like she's not going to see that. She's not going to notice that and think, that's weird. She's just going to see some Karen freaking out about the Super Bowl halftime show and think that she's justified in her anger. Oh my God. The craziest thing about the Supertime Half Bowl show, Super Bowl halftime show, is Bad Bunny is a U.S. citizen. And Turning Point USA is offering an alternative halftime show for those who want to boycott the hottest man on earth right now, Bad Bunny. Like, it makes no sense. And they put out a poll that was like, what do you want to see for the halftime show? And one of the options was anything in English. Oh, there are people in this country who truly make me sick, who make me embarrassed to be American. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, I can't even wrap my head around being so ignorant and so afraid of anything that looks different from you or lives differently from you, because you're so obsessed with white supremacy and being conventional and being normal that anytime you see something that differs from you, it challenges your sense of self, and that having free will means that some people are going to live differently from you. They're going to have different options. And because you want to stay in your lane and do the quote unquote normal thing or be like very conventional and not be seen as weird, that people exercising their free will feels like a personal attack. I know that's slightly a side note from the Bad Bunny thing, but these people are just so absurd to me. The Turning Point halftime show. I hope hackers like mess up the stream for that. Actually, I'm calling on Anonymous to sabotage the Turning Point USA Super Bowl halftime show. Please, please find a way to hack that and, maybe stream something else during that. It could just be a redirect to the Bad Bunny show, or maybe like some gay porn or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny.
That would get them hot under the collar. Grindr crashed during the Turning Point memorial for Charlie Kirk. I mean, they might even like it secretly. I have to address something that I witnessed at the gym the other day. Took a shower, and in the shower at the gym, someone had taken the hair that had kind of come out while they were washing their hair and did the like swirly wall art with the hair. We've all done this in our homes. Take the hair that's coming on, just kind of put it on the wall and swirl it. And it keeps it out of the drain, sure, but, that's not something we should be doing in a public shower. Okay? And I feel like the bean soupification of the internet means that people are going to come for me and say, well, some people are losing hair. Oh, so people with alopecia shouldn't shower? Mm-mm. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you are washing your hair and some hair comes out, maybe some medication that they're on is causing them to lose their hair. You don't know what they're going through. Okay, fine, whatever. You're losing your hair in your shower. My hair comes out in the shower. You want to put it on the wall. When you leave the shower, grab the hair and put it in a tissue and put it in the trash. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That is diabolical. Because you're leaving it for another person in the shower, or you're leaving it for the cleaning people to have to deal with. It's so rude and gross and weird, and you're a freak and don't do it. I hate you. I went to a wedding this weekend for some dear friends, and it was beautiful. And it was so much fun. There were so many people there that I knew, and we were all just loving love. And there was a buffet with a salad bar. And we were getting our dinner and plating up salad. And I come back to the table and my boyfriend puts his salad plate down and I'm looking at his salad. It's got lettuce, tomato, onion, avocado, and then 4 balls of what he thought were mozzarella, but it was actually 4 balls of butter. It was so endearing. I was like, why do you have butter in your salad? You got a butter salad, bro? So funny. And I posted about it and people are really relating to making that mistake, especially with butter. It comes up a lot. So I think butter takes many shapes and forms, and people were saying that they thought it was cheese or they thought it was white chocolate. They're all like, yeah, easy mistake to make, People were sharing that they thought wasabi was avocado. That one's pretty gnarly, but by and large, People thought it was pretty endearing. He was like, are people saying that it was an easy mistake to make? I was like, yes, don't worry, babe. Don't worry. At this wedding, they had great music. Great music, okay? And my friend Rebecca was like, can we dance? As soon as the music started, she was like, let's dance. And she's very passionate about dancing at weddings. And I was like, okay, well, let's just go and dance. And I'm so glad that I did because it was so fun. Oh my God. We were cutting up a rug and the music was so good. We were whipping our heads, like, wow, shaking our ass, kicking off our shoes, grinding with people, spinning, swing dancing. It was all happening. And I was sweating so much. I took a picture with my boyfriend later in the night and I was like, oh, I think it looks like I've pissed my dress. It looks like I've peed in my dress because of the sweat. But it was so worth it. It was so worth it. And then the next day, because I'm in my early to mid 30s, I had to get a deep tissue massage. I was like, I need someone to absolutely rock my body right now because I was whipping my hair back and forth, doing this, cutting it up, full tilt. And my body can't handle that anymore. Like I need to be rolled out, smoothed out. Worth it though, to go that hard and then the next day recovery mode. The wedding had me reflecting on one time I was broken up with from a pretty serious relationship after my ex went to his friend's wedding and he was the best man and he had to do a speech and he said that doing the speech about love and communication and honesty and like all these traits that are foundational to a strong, long-lasting relationship were sort of absent from our relationship. And don't get me wrong, it was a completely fair assessment of what was happening at the time. And I was honestly relieved that the relationship came to an end. But I kind of feel like he didn't have to tell me all that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so basically you're breaking up with me because you witnessed what true love looks like and you said, we don't have true love at home. So that's it from me this week on Sad Girl Survival Guide. Please, as always, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you have comments or concerns or questions, if you need help, let me be your guide. I have lots of exciting content slated to come. Long form, short form, comedic interviews, woman on the street, other such things that you can get excited about. So more to come soon. And in the meantime, remember, it's okay to be sad, girl.